Embu. Let's now come back here in Karen, where Wiper leader and CORD co-principal Kalonzo Musyoka just addressed the press. But at this point, he is with my colleague Murimi Mwangi, who will be talking to him about Wiper politics and every other thing, matters politics generally. Murimi, a very good afternoon to you. Good to see you. Many thanks for joining us. I'll just hand it over to you to speak to Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka.
Thank you very much, Akisa, from the studio. I'm here with CORD co-principal Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka. And of course, we want to discuss matters Wiper politics as well as CORD politics. We've seen some members of your party decamp to the recently launched Jubilee Party. What would be your reaction to that? Is there a cause for worry within the Wiper camp?
No. There's absolutely no cause for alarm, because these leaders left the party long before. So I've heard some people say that Wiper lost. In fact, incrementally, it's that Wiper gained, because the Wiper membership at the grassroots level is looking forward to paying them a penny for a penny. So it's amazing. But on the other hand, the member for Kangundo, for instance, the Honorable Maweo, who went to Parliament on a tip-tip ticket, at least if it was somebody like him who joined, people would not worry, because his own party merged with URP and TNA. But Wiper did not merge with Jubilee, and so these people are seen as people who betray a cause and who do not have any political philosophy of their own. So what I would urge is, and Kenyans are waiting for this, they could, instead of being so immoral as to continue earning in the next 10 months money which should be earned on account of Wiper, they should do what Honorable Raila Odinga did during the time when he formed the NDP. And that was basically to leave his seat, resign from his seat in Parliament, and he went to the people of Langata and he sought a fresh mandate. 10 months is a very long time for people to have, in my view, immoral money. And so that is the urge. But I can assure you, the people who are represented in Parliament by these members of Parliament are waiting with a lot of hope to throw them out of Parliament. Ordinarily, 70% of members of Parliament lose their seats. Now, this one's on a fast track, as I said, a fast track out of Parliament.
Now, we've seen ODM, your partner in CORD, engage in what has been a campaign to revitalize itself as a party. And they have come up with the stand that your co-principal, former Prime Minister Raila Odinga's name has to be on the presidential ballot in 2017. Are you still in the presidential race, or has there been a change of heart from you and your Wiper brigade?
Murimi, please, I want Kenyans to know we are seriously on the run, seriously running for election as president. We have not even launched yet. What happened, I think you referred to a get-together in Machakos that time. That was an annual event. Wiper Democratic Movement will be calling for a delegates conference soon. Wiper delegates will, I'm quite sure, make their choice. In fact, at this point, I would even want to invite anybody else who wants to run for the ticket, Wiper nomination, as the flag bearer for Wiper, to perhaps even show interest. And then we meet them at the Delegates Congress, and then after that I will launch. And I tell you, I will launch in Nairobi, which is the capital of this country, preferably at the KICC grounds. And that will be a launch like no other. So we are seriously on the run. Not running away, but running to succeed Jubilee friends.
Just on the same issue of the presidential ticket for CORD, there has been talk of the CORD as a coalition trying to look for other partners who can add the numbers for you, so to speak. And there's been talk of one possible candidate being that of Musalia Mudavadi. What would be your take on that issue?
Well, we are talking to all these friends because we don't want to make a mistake, and I hope they will see the sense in joining up with us. We are doing it with open arms, and so we are talking to them. And of course, we don't force any situation. But as I said, when I attended the launch, the 10th anniversary at LICO of ODM, I gave the example of the East African community. The core members are Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania. Now we have Rwanda, Burundi, and even South Sudan. So I think that should be the order. That should be the order. And we are not ignorant of the reality of some of these political decisions. We will deal with them when that happens.
No, perhaps a hypothetical question. Supposing the coalition does not name you as the flag bearer for CORD in 2017, and the same happens not to work for you even as a running mate for the presidential candidate, would you still remain in CORD?
I am not a pessimist. I therefore refuse to answer your question because it's a negative question. I am focused on running for the presidency of the Republic of Kenya.
So your name is going to be on the ballot.
Now that is your conclusion. I think is a conclusion of all the Kenyans. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa. Now, that has been Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka, a co-principal in CORD, of course, speaking on matters of Wiper politics as well as issues of the opposition coalition CORD. Back to you in studio.
Well, Murimi, thank you very much for that. But as you're still with the Wiper leader and he says that his name would be on the ballot, it would be interesting to find out the MOU, so to speak, that we hear was among the parties that are in CORD. And there is word that the MOU is being broken, threatening the unity of this particular party. I would like to hear his thoughts on the said MOU that formed CORD.
From the studio. In the past, there has been talk of you and your co-principals, Raila Odinga and Moses Wetangula, signing a pact, an MOU, so to speak, that in 2017, it would be your turn to go for that position. Perhaps, are you aware of any such MOU, and would it be a tantamount to breaking that MOU if your name is not on the presidential ballot come next year?
I think that discussion is now almost stale, because I've had my friend Raila talk about it, and the way he put it is he acknowledged there was the MOU, but he said there was nothing to deliver, okay? But in my view, this MOU becomes even more relevant in a situation where we have been robbed of victory than even where we win. So we will be discussing along all these things, but I am not a weakling. I will never be a weakling. I'm not one. I want my friend Raila, my friend Senator Moses Weta, to take serious note of the fact we mean well. I'm only guided by what is in the best interest of this country. But if it is clear that this is the winning ticket, let's not shy away from going that way. Because going the other way is just giving Jubilee a second term. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Back to you in studio.
Thank you so much, Murimi, for that good line of questioning there. Murimi Mwangi engaging Wiper leader and CORD co-principal Kalonzo Musyoka at his current home. And that brings us to the end of our bulletin at this hour. Many thanks for joining us here on KTN News Desk. Up next, I bring you the top stories of the hour. News Truck, do not go too far. My name is Akisa Wandera. Do enjoy the rest of your afternoon and keep it KTN News.